Well, that was a trial, everyone. And that didn't go too well.
It worked pretty good. I think it went fine.
It didn't go very long, did it?
No, but it's really nice, though. I like it a lot.
I needed to come in right after it and put us back on. There was a delay there because I thought, oh, no, it's not as long as I thought it was.
That was the first time, though. That was really good, I think.
Yeah, it's a nice little video, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's very nice. Hi, Kat. How are you?
Hello. And how are you, Natalee?
I'm great.
That's good.
I have plenty of toilet paper.
It's worrying, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. I've just been trying to do like my regular shopping, and so it's funny because people really a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people have been really freaking out. And I mean, I understand it, but at the same time, I'm trying not to, I'm just trying to do what I need to do. That's all. What do you think?
Well, I just want to say you heal animals, and we have some healers on our website that are working with the virus. Yes. And you heal animals. You'd be able to work with animals because it doesn't discriminate, this virus.
Right.
So animals are prone. Anyone can get the virus. So you heal animals. You do healing.
I do. And I do people too, but animals for sure. And
and yes, people. Yes, you do, and I always stress about the animals.
That's okay. That's okay. But it's funny because I keep hearing different things. There's so much stuff that's going around about how everything started and all of this stuff. And there's really some stuff I feel like that is happening. We have all of this worry about this virus and, washing our hands and using hand sanitizer and wearing masks and stuff. But you know what it has done? It has brought people closer together in one way, because guess what? With people having to stay home, they have to be with their families. They have to homeschool their kids. It's like the 1800s again, sort of, it's like they have to come together and they have to do things together. And so I think that, to be honest with you, in the end, we're going to be much better humans for going through what we're going through, because even I've noticed people have been much nicer than I thought that they would be, going to like the grocery store and things like that. I went to a Walmart store and they actually had, those things that they use to spray the lawns to get rid of weeds and things like that. Yeah, they had one of those things full of like sanitizer, and they were spraying the carts with them. And I was like, okay, cool. So, hi, Betty Ann.
Shopping carts have always been known to be dirty. You can always known to get virus.
Yeah, I know.
And it's horrible.
Yeah. I know. And our cell phones too. They're like, anyway, I've been using sanitizer, but I was doing that anyway because, not to be mean, but how do you know where people put their hands? You just don't. So it's kind of gross, but
it is. Hello, Betty Ann, and hello everyone else.
Hi, Betty Ann.
Johnny, this is Natalie. I'm going to leave you with your show.
Okay, thanks.
And,
hey, Betty. Thank you.
That's okay.
That's okay. Hey, Betty Ann, what are you doing to kind of cope with everything that's going on? You're trying to stay grounded. I know that's really important right now, to try and stay grounded and So I know I was actually, I said, and Betty Ann probably knows this, but I was actually sick for a little while, but it wasn't like the coronavirus. Hi, Angelina. Um, it was some kind of like stomach bug or something. I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? But anyway, so I hope everyone out there is feeling pretty good. Doing just what you need, and hopefully being able to spend some quality time, with your families and things like that. So I do have 3 of my card decks. And so if anybody is interested in a live mini reading, they're $35 and it's a great deal. And this is not just reading the cards, this is an actual psychic mediumship reading. You can click on the link in the description that says PayPal buy now, and you can get that. You can also go to the onlinepsychics.live website and you can get a reading there as well. There's, let's see, you can get a 30-minute, 60-minute, and a mini. You can also subscribe to my live or any of the lives, and you can get a free spin on the wheel and win a prize. How cool is that? So, and if you haven't noticed, we're also on YouTube. So it's pretty cool. So please share this out to anybody who you think might be interested in gaining a little insight. We're going to talk about a few things tonight, maybe a little controversial in some ways, but anyway, my 3 decks are the Energy Oracle deck and my Archangel Oracle deck, and which one of my favorites is the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. So, if you are interested in having a mini read, please just click on the link and we'll get that all taken care of for you. So what I wanted to talk about is we are in this world right now that there's a lot of craziness going on. People, I won't say craziness. There is craziness, but there's people who are very cautious because of their health and all of that. So I will tell you, Angelina says we're not allowed to visit anyone outside our household or have any visitors. Yeah, and that's, I will say this for social media, thank God we have it right now, because it really, and the internet, because it keeps us all connected. Even on Facebook, there's a quarantine karaoke, quarantine kitchen, quarantine pets. And so it's people sharing and like singing and all of that. So hi, Teresa. So that's what I was saying. It's really the timing of this, it's freaky, right? Because it has to do with the coronavirus, the COVID-19 virus. And no matter where it comes from or any of that, we just do the best we can to take care of ourselves and the people around us. I believe that from what I pick up on, that in the end, that there will be we will be stronger as human beings. And I also believe that we are going through a change in our light bodies, because we are spiritual beings in physical bodies. So when we are raising our vibration, which is what the whole planet is doing now, that can be very uncomfortable for some people, more comfortable for others. It depends on where we're at in our journey. And so with that in mind, we cannot just like get all tensed up and stressed out about it. We just kind of need to kind of take some deep breaths, because think about it, this is a respiratory illness. So that is focusing on our breathing. So we do what is going to be healing. So it's affecting that. So what are we going to do? We need to work on our breathing. So, we're going to take a deep breath in, hold it, and let it out. Do that like 3 times throughout the day, because I feel like when we're stressed out and things like that, we really don't take time just to really breathe a good breath, you know? Okay, let me read this. Teresa, hello. Lisa, hi. Kat seems to be doing good too. She's off in the green room. I'm glad you're doing well too. Teresa says, social media, if I could talk. I have had nothing to drink, I promise. Social media has kept me connected with my tribe. Yep, same here. Same here. It's great to be able to have it. And although the internet can be something that spreads stuff that's not true, you know, fake news or whatever, it's also good for us to, you know, we can't just accept the answers. We just have to do our research, come to an understanding, you know. So let me see. Angelina says, it's good, and I'm with my stepmom, but my mom feels sick and she's a nurse and worried about my kids. Can't go home over 200 miles away. Oh yeah, I feel for you. There's, you know, I take care of my father-in-law, and I'm extra cautious. I mean, for me, I know what I'm doing for me, but for him, you know, he's an 83-year-old man who has kidney disease, diabetes, and you know, COPD. And so I am very careful about what is happening with him too. So I'm just sending lots of prayers and healing. And coming up, okay, there's a few dates I've heard out there, and I think it's April 8th. I was invited to a Reiki group that is going to be sending Reiki healing for the workers that are, you know, first responders and nurses and doctors. And that's, I believe, on the 4th. And then there's also like a mass healing that's going to be taking place on the 8th. And so good to see you too, Wendy. And so everybody's coming together because, you know, we can beat this, and we will beat this. And I'm going to tell you, it's like one day we're going to wake up, the air is going to be cleaner. I mean, when you go out now, I know for me, it was really nice where I live today. And I took a deep breath when I went outside, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how lucky we are that we can walk outside and take a deep breath, you know, take a deep breath in, hear all nature out there and the birds and spring with everything coming up. So there's lots of hope to be had. And I think that that is primarily what we need to concentrate on. Of course, we need to be realistic with what's going on, and hopefully everybody is doing their part to take care of themselves and all of that. But I really believe that there are some changes that are going to start to happen. And this is, I guess you could say, predictions, but I feel like between April 15th and April 29th, something like that, there is going to be big changes for the better that are going to be happening. And it's just a message that I've gotten for the last few weeks, actually. So I don't know if any of you intuitively have picked up on anything, but, you know, it's kind of a big deal that we remain as positive as possible. And we understand there's going to be people that do things we don't agree with or whatever. But guess what? In the end, guess what? We have to not let that get to us. I mean, people are going to do what they want to do. We just need to concentrate on doing the right thing for us and for those around us, right? Hi, Vicki. Nice to see all you guys on here. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. And again, you guys want a live mini reading, you can actually come on with me, and you can come on video, come on just chat, come on audio if you just want that. It's $35, and you can click the link in the description. That's it. The PayPal link to get that reading. So I wanted to do a general card read, and this general card read has really a lot. Every time I've done one of these lately, it seems to be focused. And I feel like the Energy Oracle cards are going to be the ones that I want to use for this. So Wendy, you know what? I noticed that too. And maybe it's just because, like I'm still weird about touching my face sometimes, when I'm out. I'm like, did I sanitize my hands? Can I touch right on the side? Just weird things like that. But I think the air does seem to be fresher, in my opinion. Let's see. Everyone went outside and leaned out their windows, 8 p.m. tonight. Oh, see, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Angelina, are you in the UK or are you here in the US? Because I did hear something about the clapping. And I have a feeling, because I saw some other people in England, so I don't know. I didn't know if that's where you're from. But that's awesome. Anytime we come together in a positive way and we're all concentrating our intent on a positive thing like that, it heals. It helps. It helps. And, I'm going to do this reading first, this card draw. So everybody concentrate and set your intent. And then I want to talk to you about something that's a little controversial, but I believe it to be true. So let's do the card drawing. Oh, in the UK, yes. That's what I was thinking. I think that's wonderful. I actually saw on Instagram Prince William's 3 kids that were doing the clapping. So I think that's about the right time, because it must be late where you're at. Is it like, I'm not sure, 6 hours? Are you 6 hours ahead of us? Something like that. It doesn't make a difference. But okay, so I'm going to draw a card right now. I've been doing a lot of chit-chatty talking lately. I don't know. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you is this is the card that I get. Contract, right? So you see her. She's all in white. So that's pure of heart. She's got a blindfold on. She's got a scale, which is not quite balanced, books, all of that. So what I'm going to tell you is that there's a lot happening, and it's the number 6, if that resonates with anybody, but it really has a lot to do with, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for balance. We're looking for healing and purifying, right? Purifying our bodies. Seeing clearly, because clearly it's easy for some people to have their blinders on. So the books are knowledge. So this is telling me that we will be coming out of this. It's just a matter of time. There's still some things that have to happen first. But again, I say somewhere between April 15th and the 29th, I feel like there are going to be big changes for the good. I feel like we're still going to have some precautions of some kind. And that may mostly be in our social situations, like shopping, things like that. But I think people are going to be able to go back to work, but who knows, they might actually end up being screened or something. I don't know, but that's what I pick up on. So, it's 1:20 a.m. Well, God bless you for being on here. Thank you so much. Let's see, Teresa says less pollution in the air and all the closings of the businesses, cleaner air, water, earth is healing. It sure is. It sure is. And when the earth heals, guess what? We also heal. That's my belief. And I've been praying for healing for a long time, not just for me, but for so many others, and for the earth and for the people. Because things can only start going in a direction for so long. And I'm not really talking political. I'm just talking people and the way that they act. Because I have seen a difference lately. the way that people act, even if it's on social media, than they acted before all this happened. And it either brings out the good in you or it brings out the really bad part of you. So I'm praying for the good in everyone. I always try to do that. You know, that's what we have to do. We have to pray for the healing, pray for understanding, compassion. But what I was going to talk about, thank you for that, Teresa. What I was going to talk about was the fact that, and this, again, may be a little controversial, but for those of you who believe in beings from other worlds, which I do, I believe that we have a connection to them, that we just didn't plop down here. There is a connection there, okay? Oh, that's great, Vicki. Me too. Definitely praying for peace and understanding, healing. So from, you know, if you watch Ancient Aliens or anything like that, you know that there are carvings and drawings from like the Sumerians, way back, Egyptians, Mayans, even older than that, petroglyphs in caves and things that also have something to do that show what appear to be people that look like they're in space, or paintings that famous painters did that actually have little unidentified flying objects in them. You know, there are also beliefs about the Egyptians, and if you look at some of their kings and queens, King, I'm going to mess this up, Akhenaten. Now, a lot of times in certain cultures, they would do things that would shape your head so this part of your head was longer, okay? So from what I've researched, what I've learned is that a lot of the Egyptians, up to a certain point, had these elongated skulls in the back. And so a lot of people believe that those are hybrid beings. So hybrid meaning part human, part extraterrestrial being, alien being, however you want to say that, out of this world beings, and a being not from Earth. So I guess it's for you to decide, but there are a lot of good, positive, uplifting beings there, you know, and there are a lot of us here on Earth that are called star seeds, and we have a connection to other planetary dimensions. And so I know this might be kind of going out there. Please look all this stuff up. See if it resonates with you. You could be a Syrian starseed. You could be a Pleiadian starseed. You could be an Arcturian starseed, just to name a few. So hopefully I didn't lose everybody with that. But basically what I'm saying is this planet, there's good and evil. I feel this is just the way it is. And so the evil has been, and supposedly the evil has been directly linked to this coronavirus. Some people call it the cabal. And so there are other beings that are bringing love and light to the planet and have been trying to do that. And so there's a lot of light workers around the world, and we all signed up to come back to the planet to be a part of healing the planet. So See if this resonates with you. Wendy says yes, because how did pyramids get built? Think about it. They didn't have cranes, anything. It's like, yeah, exactly. I mean, I am one of these people that I can be very skeptical. I want to see what is the reasoning behind it. You know, if you know me, I'm a Capricorn. That's my sun sign, right? And my moon sign is Scorpio. So I am a believer in a lot of different things, but I'm skeptical enough to do my research. And if it makes sense to me, that's what I'll go with. If someone can prove me wrong, that's what I'll go with. Hi, Sandra. Nice to have you here. Hope you are doing well and your family. So that's just me. I am a skeptic to a certain point. I'm just not going to believe what anybody tells me. So there is a lady that she's awesome to listen to. Her name is Magenta Pixie. She's on YouTube, so I would say definitely check her out. She's a channel as well. Teresa, yes, advanced technology. I mean, you know, here's the thing, is that we have the psychic show. I talk with pets that are here, pets that are past, people the same. But do you know all of these? First of all, my belief is we're not the only ones, right? There's too much information out there, and from credible sources that say we are not alone. We haven't been alone. Since the beginning of time, we haven't been alone. But it's just weird how we want to accept certain things, but then it's just weird. Anyway, so yeah, if you guys have any experiences with, you know, extraterrestrials, I don't even like calling them that. Light beings, the positive stuff, we'll call light beings, right? But I will tell you that we definitely have to concentrate all of our energy, love and light, positive intention. Let's see. Wendy says Stonehenge is very mystical. How were they built to stand in a way that means something? Right. I mean, you know, back then, I'm sure that way back, you know, like really, really back in the day, that people probably were more accepting. If they saw something coming out of the sky, they might have been a little freaked out, but I mean, I think we probably be more freaked out, to be honest with you. Because I don't know, though. What do you guys think? You know, because I've had experiences that I know that there are beings from other planets. I have had experiences where I have not been abducted that I know of, but I've never remember or feeling like I've had a bad experience. I've always felt protected by the universe. And this is the first time I'm saying anything about that, but no matter where I go or what I do, I feel protected by the universe. And I really feel like I'm not the only one that has feelings like that, you know, that we're all in this together, which a lot of people have been saying that lately. But guess what? We've always been in it together, and we're still going to be. And I really hope and pray that there are so many people that come out on the other side of this COVID-19 thing and just go, hey, we did this. We can do anything. We got to have a very strong positive intention, because that's what keeps the negative stuff away, is us concentrating on the positive. You said me too, Wendy. What do you mean? And while Wendy is telling me, I'm just going to tell you guys, if you're interested in a $35 live mini reading, click on the link in the description and we'll get you started. We have about a little less than a half an hour left. But thanks you guys for tuning in. All kinds of experiences. I remember growing up, and the first experience I had with anything strange was my dad talking about the Bermuda Triangle. Well, I mean, not everybody. My husband's been through the Bermuda Triangle when he was in his teenage years. I think he's still okay from that. I'm just kidding. But nothing happened to them, right? So this tells me, other times there have been like a squadron of planes that have just disappeared, vanished in thin air. The people were never found, anything like that. You feel safe with the universe too. Yeah. I mean, it's just this feeling I get. It's like this big giant hug. And that's the only way that I can really explain it. So I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but anyway, we're talking about the Bermuda Triangle. So my husband had gone through it, but there have been many ships that have gone down. Some are there, some have just gone missing. And that squadron of planes that just turned up missing. And it makes you wonder about other kinds of little mysteries like that are like, what about, and I know this sounds conspiracy theory like, but I'm telling you, it's really not. I'm just throwing this out there as what if. There are different places on the earth that there are ley lines, and there are very strong energetic forces that are part of the planet. The disappearance of people like Amelia Earhart. What about civilizations just disappearing? And what about more recently, within the last 10 years, wasn't it, there is a plane that went missing near Thailand or something like that. Do you guys remember that? And it's like, okay, what happened to it? So I think there's a lot of stuff, and I think that there's more knowledge about what it actually is than what we're going to be told. So maybe I am a conspiracy theorist, but I really don't think so. Yeah, Krista, hi. Teresa, yep, it does. Krista, my husband, yeah, when I think he was maybe 16 or 17, they were going on a trip for junior achievement. And so they were on the water. They were in a boat on the water, and they, would go swimming out there, And so it's like, I guess I should be lucky that I met him, because otherwise he could have disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle. So that's what I'm saying. Not everybody goes missing. I mean, there are ships all the time that go through there. So there has to be something about everything that is causing this at certain times. So there must be certain circumstances within our atmosphere. Some people have say like black holes, something like that. But Wendy says, I believe there's a UFO under the water there. I've been to the Bermuda Triangle, found it interesting. Yeah, see, and you survived. So I've heard about that too. And I will tell you that, and this is a story, and this is probably hearsay because I don't remember who told me, but at one time we lived in Maine, and near the harbor, out past the harbor, near, I'm going to say Belfast, Maine, there was a diver that was doing some underground work. And when he was down there, he saw a UFO. So think about how much of our ocean is unexplored. I mean, because we're going down so far, we can only be down there so long. So who knows? Who knows? I mean, and yep, portals. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I watch too much TV probably, but there are shows that really make sense to me. I love documentaries about different things like that. And there's just too much from the past that answers a lot of questions. that really do make a lot of sense. So time travel, ley lines, there's a lot about Earth that wasn't always the way it was. Yeah, the waters definitely around Maine are mysterious. And hello, thanks for joining. So one thing that I wanted to mention too is I actually watched, hi Renee, I watched the last episode that was last week. It might be on tonight though, but it was Project Blue Book, right? And these are based on actual Project Blue Book accounts from the United States government, that these two men, one was a professor, one was somebody from the Air Force, and they investigated underwater UFOs. That's what it was, and it was in the North Atlantic. So I'm just saying, you just don't know, right? Krista says, I've heard from people that have seen UFOs over the lake, and next morning there were impressions in the snow. Yeah, I actually, in a certain part of Maine, excuse me, I lived near what they would call Herman Pond. And one day I actually saw lights that were like going like this back and forth. And I took a picture. I wasn't able to video them because I don't know, but yeah. So I've seen things all my life, and so like circular spots on the snow on the lake, they have never seen that. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, please. Hi, April. Yeah, feel free to ask a question. If you're interested in reading anybody, $35 for a live mini reading during this show. You can click on the PayPal link in the description to do that. You can also go to onlinepsychics.live and get one there too. You can get a 30-minute, 60-minute reading or a mini reading as well. So feel free to pop on there and see what you can get. Thanks everybody for coming on. I know that sometimes we have a little bit more free time now or lately, you know, but I'm trying not, here's the thing about having too much free time when you're home. Sometimes it's hard to get motivated. Are you guys having that issue? I know we go from talking about UFOs to motivation, but anyway, yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with that. But I want to, now I'm going to do a one-card reading from my spirit animal deck for everyone. So I want you guys to please concentrate on your intention. Hi, Judy. Nice to have you here. Okay. I love these cards. Just look at some of these pictures. Aren't they great? They're beautiful. Okay, so set your intentions while I read what Wendy wrote. I lived in Florida Keys for 10 years. They would always talk about a World War I veteran came swimming and walked ashore, still in his uniform. He actually was missing from the plane. Wow. See, I'm telling you, you know, and here's the thing is that we are at a point where some people, we just get this kind of thing where we don't believe people. And, you know, granted, sometimes it can sound a little crazy, but we have to keep an open mind. I mean, it's not like it's the first time some of this stuff has happened, right? Krista, yeah, difficult for sure. Sandra says, yes, feeling lazy throughout the day. Yeah, so like my husband and I went for a ride today and got some gas. And so I've been trying to do things. I need to like do the dishes tomorrow. So I'm trying to keep myself motivated for sure. Judy says, Natalie, I live near Belfast. How long ago was that UFO? I'm going to say probably 10 to 15 years ago. And it was like a professional diver who had this story. I wish I could remember. It might have been longer than that, maybe up to 20 years ago. Yeah, so I'm not sure. It was a longer period of time, though. Have you ever heard that? Okay, I am shuffling the cards. So let's see. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to draw a card right now. See what we get. I'm always amazed lately by these cards. They just are right on the money for sure. So this is the card, Lion Spirit. How proud is that? Be generous of spirit. So, you know, do what you need to do for yourself and for your family, because that's what Lion is like, you know, taking care of the babies and the cubs, but also being generous with what you're doing, what you're putting out there, what your intentions are during this time, doing what needs to be done to take care of you spiritually, those around you spiritually. And this is okay. This is what I want to say, that right now, this is a time where we are really being brought together with our children. This is a time of real healing for the children on this planet. Yes, the adults too, because we have some difficult transitions. The children are needed to be nurtured at this time because they're the future. They're the ones that need to learn certain hard lessons right now, as well as adults. But the children, it's very important right now that they be very nurtured. And that is exactly what the Lion Spirit is teaching us, nurturing, being generous with our time, because nobody can say now that they really don't have some time, right? I know people are still working, things like that, but that card really speaks volumes right now. So let's see. We will do one from the Archangel deck. My hair's looking a little bit crazy today. Has a mind of its own. I don't know if it's because the older I get some gray in there, but that gray just makes your hair go crazy. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, Archangel deck. Let's do this. I want to see what we can come up with, because this will be the root of the healing that needs to take place. So we're going to do these. Please feel free, guys, if you want to comment on something that we've talked about or whatever. I really do appreciate you coming on. You guys are just amazing. The energy that you guys have are going to take not only you a long way, but the intentions that you put out into the world are doing some amazing things. So please believe that what you're doing is not being not seen. It is. And that's one big message for everybody right now. Your intention, your energy is what's healing the planet. And as much as the doctors are healing by trying to figure things out, what's lifting them up is all the positive intention that we all put to them. Do you see how that's working? People might say, oh, well, whatever. It's true. Prayer, the positive intention of healing. Yeah, it's amazing. You guys are doing great. Okay, so we're going to draw a card. Okay, so the card that comes up from the Archangel deck is Prosperity. See, she has green on. She has a pendant on that's green, which is the heart chakra. She also has a cornucopia that looks like it's filled with jewels and gold. She has this kind of white light, golden white light around her, which is the creator, which is protection, which is just love. Okay, so hi, Melanie. So this is Archangel Ariel. Says your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. So keep on setting your intentions, using your intuition, following it, and keep working on manifesting your dreams into reality, which when you're trying to manifest something into your life, visualize yourself as already seeing it. It's already in your hand. You can reach out and touch it. That's how great it is. So if you can begin to visualize all of that, visualize yourself with a healthy body who's out doing a little exercise, doing a little gardening, who can breathe full and easy. Picture yourself, if you know, any of that stuff that you want to bring into your life, visualize, set the intention, visualize yourself already having it. Okay, so Judy says, hello, Melanie. Judy says, I have a question. Could you tell me how to ask my spirit guides for signs? Guess what? You kind of just did. All you have to do is, as you're going to bed at night, because I will tell you, the easiest, quickest communication that you will get is through your dream state, or right before you go to bed, your dream state in meditation. But definitely before you go to bed, Judy, you just say, I'm asking you, my spirit guides, for signs. Let me know what I need to do, or just start showing me the signs. They'll know what you mean. Hi, Amanda. So I hope that helps, Judy. Try that, because I'm telling you, right before you go to bed, say that out loud, close your eyes, and then go off to dream. And then watch every day synchronicities that may happen to you. Like, I always get messages through license plates. That's one way, right? And then I also get messages that show me I'm on the right path. They're hearts. They're hearts, like that could be like a water spot on the ground, or a leaf that I find, or, you know, anything like that. They will give you all different kinds of signs, and then you'll be able to start noticing them. But definitely look for them during the day afterwards, okay? Could be animals. Hi, Amanda. Let's see. So Melanie says, I'm from UK, London. Was someone sitting on my bed last night? Well, I will tell you, if you think there was, more than likely there was. So yes, that's how it always goes. If you think someone's sitting there, I feel like that a lot of times when we think that, we get a little creeped out, you know? That's not always the case. Lots of times, you know, there could be loved ones that are visiting us, or our angels. So, you know, not to worry. Susan says, hello, Susan. Hi, Hannah. Susan says, this is a little off subject, but we were talking about you and the family, and my mom says to you and your sisters and your mom and your brother, well, hello to your mom too. Send her lots of love and healing. Jess was telling Mom about your readings, and it brought a big smile to her face. Oh, Susan, lots of love to you guys and to your mom. You guys are special in our family for sure. You know that, right? I hope so, at least. Thank you, Susan. Let's see. So if anybody is interested in reading, you can definitely head on over to onlinepsychics.live website. We have mini readings. You can purchase 30-minute, 60-minute readings, right? And someone wants a quick reading live during this, we're only on for about 8 more minutes, but it's a $35 live mini reading. Click on the PayPal Buy Now link in the description. And you also, if you subscribe, you'll get a free spin on the prize wheel. Everybody wins a prize of some kind, so it's pretty awesome. Let's see. Yes. Yep, they're all, our messages come from all different ways. We just have to learn to pay attention to them, because the universe is literally always sending us messages. Sometimes we have to take a little time to figure them out, but it's like everything that comes to us, right? We think when we get an idea that we have to do it right this second, because that's when we got the idea. Sometimes what we have to do is we have to write it down and realize that everything has a timing. So it may not be something you are supposed to do now, but put it down, put it in your memory bank, because the timing will present itself to you, if that makes sense. I think this goes for a few people tonight too. Let's see. Krista says, I looked at my boyfriend's spirit animal. It was a woodpecker. We hear one now at least once a week now. In past 2 days, I've seen it eating from the bird feeder. Oh, see, yeah, that's awesome. And of course, birds are messengers, so that makes complete sense. Oh, love you too, Susan. Good. Thank you so much. Let's see. Judy, how do you know when you are picking up someone else's energy? I get chills up and down my arms. Is this something? Yep. That can definitely be something. When you get chills, sometimes you can even get hot. I tend to do that. Sometimes when I'm actually doing readings, I won't get chills, but I'll just get hot. So when I'm doing these shows, it's not the lights that make me hot. I just get hot when I'm communicating with spirit. It's pretty funny. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Tara. Let's see. Tara, you're right. A lot of numbers too. So people will see like 1111, 3 2s. There is a site that I go to. It's called Sacred Scribes Blog. And every number you can think of, it's angel scribes. I believe that's it. So, but I think it's Sacred Scribes is the actual website. Excuse me. So yeah, check that out, because it's funny because my kids growing up, now, especially one of them, the youngest, he'll call me and he'll go, I saw 3 3s today. What does that mean? Or I saw 4 4s and I saw 2 2s twice or something like that. My husband does the same thing. So anyway, that's really cool, because it really does connect you with where you're at spiritually connected to the physical world, I think, so let's see. I do feel, Sarah, that pets pick the owners. Because I was waiting to get my cat, Sasha, and there was a few that I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll get them, but something was telling me, no, that's not the right one. They're lovable, they're perfect. But then all of a sudden, I saw her on Facebook, and the family that had to let her go was extremely allergic. And so I went to meet her. She came right up to me, like literally was rubbing up. I'm like, okay. And I just got that feeling. And right before I went in, there was this big heart shape on their driveway, which is a water spot. And I'm like, okay, thanks. I got the message. So that really does that too. Oh, you're welcome, Judy. Yep, Sarah. See, you get chills too. I just don't I get chills if I'm like in a building and there's spirit energy around me. But when I'm doing a reading, for some reason, I get hot. I don't know. But gosh, thank you guys so much This has been amazing. I know we talked about a lot of unusual things, but you know, I might look mild-mannered, but I really have a lot of interesting things. Like my kids and my husband, they're like, you always like watch the weirdest things on TV. But hey, I never stop wanting to learn about things that are unknown, things that are, you know, I think everything is possible. And so I appreciate you guys listening to everything tonight and joining in on the conversation about everything. So I send lots of love and healing to all of you too, because we all need that right now. So be watching on Facebook. I'm probably going to share some stuff, as well as some of the other psychics from Online Psychics Live, about this cleansing, this mass kind of healing that's going to be sent out to the world. And I believe that's April 8th. So be looking for us to share posts about that. And in the meantime, you know, you guys, I really want you to like take care of yourselves, take care of those around you and all of that. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I appreciate all of you guys too. Tara, thank you so much. Big hearts back to you. Oh, thanks, Wendy. Oh, thank you, Krista. Love and healing to you too. Judy, thank you so much. And please, you guys, if you think anybody would get anything out of this weirdness that we've talked about tonight, please share this video, and that would be awesome. Sarah says, there is a wood cat near me. He looks like he looks at me with love, but won't come near me. Sarah, just work on that, because I will tell you that last time that you were on with me, I felt like there's an animal that was definitely coming into your life. So I want you to think about what you've gone through, right? And I also want you to think about what this cat may have gone through. And you'll find some commonality and some healing in that, if that makes sense to you. I'm just being told that there's healing for both of you there, okay? So, yeah, Teresa, thank you so much. You guys all stay safe too. And I guess I've got a few. Oh, there's Kat.
Hi. Hello, everyone. My background.
Oh my gosh.
Everything's a mess at the moment.
Oh, it's okay. So, Kat, you know that that healing, is that on April 8th? Do you know what I'm talking about? I saw somebody, I don't know who posted it, but it's some kind of,
yes, Tonya.
You know what I mean?
Tonya Lee. That's
okay.
Let me just tell you when it is. It's a healing round
around
the world. All psychics are going to do lives.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's April 8th.
Yeah, it is. I should have posted that. Sunday.
No, that's okay.
It's got Sunday the 29th of the 3rd.
Okay. Don't ask me. I think I've been seeing a lot of things, but that's okay.
She says, I asked that we all come together for 30 minutes and do a live at the same time. Sunday the 29th.
Okay. So this Sunday for that, everybody.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome, but thank you for your show. It was great. Now, everyone, please stay tuned, because coming up in about 5 minutes is our the global healer, Tony Love. She is also a psychic medium. She's coming up very soon, so please don't go anywhere.
Yes. Stay tuned for Tony. Thanks, everybody.
It was a great show, Natalie. Thank you.
Thank you, Kat.